Coronavirus is triggering my PTSD. I can't sleep. I can't focus. Migraines. I can't go outside without protection. I constantly have to be on the lookout. Look to the right, look to the left, behind. Move fast. Be like rushing water. I feel like I'm back in Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio, really? No, really. Where are you really from? It doesn't matter how many times you say you're from the Midwest, not the Far East. When you look like me, people just don't want to believe you. Unlikely story. I get it. What kind of self-respecting Asian, not yet American, moves to Akron, Ohio during the middle of the Vietnam War? My poor parents, that's who. But they say love is blind. My parents fell in love with the America at an early age. My mother fantasized about dancing with Robert Redford, and my dad pictured himself driving a big shiny Cadillac. So when my dad was offered a full ride scholarship to Kent State, we moved to Ohio, where the state motto is, "With God, all things are possible." That was the dream. The reality was we were 4 gooks in Ohio. Every night, you'd watch the news on TV and see people like me. Yeah, you'd look at your TV, then at me. Your TV, me, and yep, we sure looked a lot like those gooks. And it didn't help that all-American hero John McCain was shouting at the top of his lungs, "Shoot the gooks, kill the gooks, hate the gooks for as long as you live." We feared for our lives. Be like rushing water. Oh, we were so happy and relieved when the Vietnam War ended, thank God. But then came the auto wars, when the Japanese auto industry was kicking our butts. To many people, we became Japs. My AP chemistry teacher hated my guts and used to single me out. "I bet your family drives a Toyota." I told him the truth. "Sir, my family drives a Buick and we're very proud to be American every time that car breaks down." My father worked for Goodyear and we always drove American cars. Washing the car was a patriotic duty. Our cars were our American flags. When Vincent Chin was beaten to death in 1982, we feared for our lives. Again, we had to be like rushing water. It doesn't matter that I'm an upright American citizen, an American as apple pie to Taco Tuesday and Bruce Lee. It doesn't matter how fast I move, how much I volunteer to my community, how deep my roots. No. What matters is American lives are at stake, and we are forced to make, once again, be like rushing water. Every day we are bombarded by misfortune and racially charged messages that incite violence against us. I blame China. This is all China's fault. The Chinese virus. China could have stopped this. I guess you'll have to try some disinfectant. Just make sure it isn't made in China. We must act fast. That was a joke, you numbskull. I love China. The Chinese people have made me very rich. Super rich. But Mr. President, what about Americans? Asian Americans? How do you respond to the fact that attacks on Asian Americans have skyrocketed? Do you take any responsibility? Oh, Asian Americans should not be blamed for the coronavirus. They're amazing people, incredible people. I love Asian Americans. So does Mitch McConnell. It's not their fault in any way, shape, or form. We need to protect Asian Americans here and around the world. Indeed. Much louder, please. That message has to be louder than the sound of all rushing waters in the world.